We're back.
And deader than ever.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Tamara.
And this is
Ghoul
Ghoul Beans.
Ghoul Beans. I'm mixing it up.
I like it. How are you?
Were you in the choir ever? Chorus?
Only in plays because I don't audition well.
I wasn't either. But I don't know what my thing. You know, people are like, I'm an alto. I don't know what mine is.
I feel like soprano.
That's really high. Soprano's a high one.
Is it?
I think so.
Then I feel like an alto.
I think.
Right?
Yeah.
I would definitely be. What's a bass? You
Tenor.
Know, which one is that?
That's under alto.
Well, give us a little song.
Girl.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la
la la la la.
Do 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 do.
Ooh.
Ooh. Bass. Gear bass.
Speaking of singing, do you like our new mics?
Oh.
Shout out Kelly. She found these mics.
We're so sure
That they will work.
what are we drinking?
We went to Paris Baguette.
I don't recall right on the fly.
It says it on the cup.
Way to read.
Thank
right
you.
on the fly.
If you guys just are new here, I have when my contacts are in, I have better than 20/20 vision because my vision is so correctable. But when they're out, I am blind and will die first in the zombie apocalypse.
It's truly insane. The fact that I always forget you have glasses, and then like the fact that I always forget that it's like truly, like it's like when people don't have or when people need glasses and without them, and people are like, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And you're like, "I'm not blind." Like you are.
Right. From here, it'd be fine. If
Yeah.
you were on the other end of the couch, it'd be hard.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This poor
But
thing.
I can literally read like the instructions on the boxes on those.
The fact that it's so correctable.
I know.
That's
It
so
feels like a
weird.
sick joke.
Yeah.
It could have been this way. It's not.
And it can be with effort.
Somebody. What's the effort? The plastic
Putting
on
in,
my eyes.
Yeah.
And I just take them right out.
Would you ever get LASIK?
No, because I get those commercials that are like, do you or someone you know suffer from LASIK complications?
I'm so terrified of it.
I don't want to be entitled to compensation in that way. But at Paris Baguette, we got the same flavor of caffeinated drink, but different vibes.
Yeah.
You got hot coffee. I got iced matcha. Oh.
I really like mine.
Me too. And I wanted to be a hater. I told Matt, I was so ready to be like, this flavor is salted caramel pretzel.
Yeah.
We never said. I was so ready to be a fucking hater and be like, ew. Because lots of places use matcha syrup.
Yeah.
Or they don't like whisk it properly and it's like chunkyana.
Yeah.
I can't fuck with the chunkyana. And it's, I don't, if you guys are matcha peeps, it is truly green the house down boots.
Yeah.
Which sometimes matchas are, as y'all will know, milk.
Yeah.
Very, very light green milk. This is not that. He whisked it. He whisked the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not pretzel, but there is salted caramel, and I feel like it's not. I taste the matcha still. Like it's really good.
No, it's really good. I feel like the salt is different. Like it feels like the salt off a pretzel. You know what I mean?
You don't have to try mine, but can I try yours?
Of course. I'll try yours. Let's see if I like matcha now.
I know what you're saying.
It's not the worst, but it does feel like I'm drinking grass.
Yeah. I feel like I had to get past the seaweed. I know it's seaweedy, but I like seaweed. I'll snack on seaweed.
Yeah. Well,
and I eat sushi.
And I'll eat sushi.
Miso soup with a little seaweed in it.
It's not bad, honestly. I would drink it.
That's saying a lot because you don't like matcha.
Yeah. So Paris Baguette did a great job.
And I know I'm going to like it the whole time.
Sorry, I was making sure it's still recording. I'm traumatized.
I can see.
Oh,
It's
okay.
recording.
Great. You'll be in charge of that.
Yeah.
We had a whole episode, guys. It was so funny. We were top notch. Truly the funniest podcast you've ever known. But you'll never know.
You'll continue to not know
from here on out, because we'll never be able to duplicate that episode.
And it was scary.
So sketch. Anything you'd actually want from Paranormal Funny Podcast.
One of our top episodes are the ones where we're funny,
spooky,
genuinely scary. Maybe there are some spooky tears shed.
Yeah.
Some personal stories, and then a connection. Oh my god.
All of that. And you'll never know.
Girl, and I'll never know.
That's so true. And neither will I. I'll only remember the time we had together.
The time we had.
Did anything of note happen to you over the past few weeks? I don't know. It was Christmas. It was New Year's. Blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. You guys lived it too. But
we babysat my nibblings for an hour.
Yeah.
And it was exhausting.
But amazing? Just exhausting.
It was exhausting. I mean, they're so cute. And truly, my nephew is easy.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be 1 until May.
Right. He's still a baby.
Still a baby.
Yeah.
But he's moving to grooving.
Really?
You can't set him and forget him.
Is he saying things in this world yet?
No.
How old is he? You said he's going to be 1 when?
In May.
He's not saying anything. When did they say things?
Well, he's like,
I can't remember.
Not 7 months yet. Almost 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
I literally can't
maybe
remember.
He'll start to say stuff.
Right. He's there. He's getting there.
He's getting there. He's
Give
at the
him time.
precipice.
Jesus.
The way I was like not even concerned. But so we're TT and Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be like, okay, say goodnight, say love you goodnight. And she would be like, bye Mimi, bye TT, bye Mimi.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, she loves Mimi. Yeah, she loves my partner so much. That was the first diaper Mattia had ever changed.
Amazing.
Yep.
How'd it go?
Really bad.
They were talking game too here when you were talking.
I don't know why the fuck.
They're like, I'll be fine.
I was like, I don't know how that's gonna happen. A girl got up, walked away, pooped mid-walk.
Oh, damn.
I said, that's what you get.
You better take me seriously next time.
It also took so unfathomably long. I was like, you need to cut that shit by about 2 minutes.
Damn.
It takes me to change a diaper less than a minute.
Right.
30 seconds maybe.
So funny. Unless it's like a serious situation.
Yeah. Even if it's a serious situation, you can get down.
Yeah.
If you need to.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And I had the one that could pee on me.
Right. Oh man, she had the older one? Or they had the older one? Damn, not me.
It's been a long time.
I'm oppressing.
I know, there should be like a you know how there's like a swear jar?
Yeah.
There needs to be a misgendered jar.
Yeah.
Which it would have very little money in it.
It'd have so little.
Yeah.
But not nothing.
Definitely not nothing. There's a couple dollars. So yeah, that happened. And then went back to work.
Oh,
kill me. But I'm not back in school yet. So yeah, what about you?
I didn't see my nieces, but that's okay. I almost did. Like, they were literally looking at tickets.
By the way, Mimi, TT, Kiki.
Yeah, how cute. Are you kidding me? So cute. I turned 31. I think the last episode we celebrated my 31st birthday.
A couple days before.
And then literally the day after Christmas, lifted a drawer wrong. It was filled with a lot of stuff. It was heavy. Fully hurt my back. Like, fully was out of commission.
Devastation.
I'm old as sin. I am the dirt on the ground.
Where on your back?
Lower back.
Miserable.
Fully thought I had a slip disc.
Yeah.
So that was terrifying. And then finally that started to feel a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 days ago, I was trying on clothes in my closet. Totally normal. It was a jumpsuit, so I did have to finagle. Pull the muscle. Your girl's got to stretch.
Damn, you do have to stretch. Oh my god.
I'm old.
Muriel, so I don't like to work out in front of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been, and not on some New Year, new me shit. Just just did a little workout.
Yeah.
And Mariel did a workout without me and I don't know where they thought they were physically on their journey. But overdid it and fully had to take PTO from work.
No.
Yeah, this was like maybe 5 days ago.
No.
From the waist, it was leg day. From the waist down, could not move. Genuinely was moving around like you know how when gorillas stand up and have to walk real fast because they're gonna fall, like that.
No.
Like
they're like, oh, she's working out, I can go work out.
Yeah. Bad. Jump squats. I was like, Matiel,
start with a squat.
I was like, Mariel, you said when you were like at your peak fitness. Now, okay, backstory. Mariel played softball for forever. I've seen the pics. This bitch was cut, like jacked, okay? So maybe mentally that's what, there's a little bit of a Brucey wheel, I'm sure.
Yeah. And
whatever.
There's a part of you that's like, there's no way I lost all of it.
Right. But all that to say, I would be like, girl, how are you even doing this? Because Mariel loses weight so fast.
I know, they were saying they lose weight like a boy. Like
I
they
think,
just gotta
honestly,
go for a walk.
Truly. Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very annoying.
You're telling me. But they skipped leg day even then. They weren't really like into their legs back then. In fact,
damn.
they weren't doing a lot of even cardio back then. All weights, no cardio.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of the opposite, where I like really like to feel my heart going pretty hard. And so I'm like, for somebody who was already skipping leg day,
jump squats immediately. No stretching. We don't need to stretch.
Oh no, they were like, oh, I stretch, and it didn't hurt like the day of. I'm like, famously, it's not even the next day; it's the day after the next day. It's day 2, and I was exactly correct. On day 2, it was like sitting up like this.
For sure, that's so funny. Yeah, I wish it was. I wish it had just been sore muscles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For you, it was like you tweaked something.
Literally. That's fine.
How did you feel it in the moment?
No. I did in the way that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have lifted it like that. But then, like, literally that night, I was like, I had never known pain like that. I now know what, like, sciatic pain is. Because it was, like, shooting down my legs.
Oh, yeah, you probably
pinched a nerve.
Yeah.
But I was worried. I was so worried I, like,
slipped a disc.
Literally slipped a disc.
Because that will fuck you forever.
I know. I was getting so scared. And you know me. And I hadn't taken my medication yet. Oh, I didn't take it before this.
Okay, I knew it. I knew it. I was like, let me not say anything because it's problematic. But I'm like, I don't think that you're medicated right now.
Everybody pause for a moment. Anyway, it was bad. Yeah. But I'm okay now. Stretching all the time. So I like really like what went through Luce's head times 1,000, because it's like I need some muscle. I need to actually like build the muscle again. Whereas they have the muscle, they're just like sleepy muscles right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. And oh my god, that's the fucking part that pisses me off. Because today they're totally fine, and their legs are already more toned than they were 5 days ago. Could you imagine?
No, I literally can't.
I literally cannot even imagine.
It doesn't seem right.
We should kill them. I'm just kidding. Well, they know. They would laugh at that.
They know. They know I want to kill them.
Yeah.
For their muscle.
Yeah. Oh, they're a baby.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, you can't even do jump squats.
Come on, what's 50 jump squats after not stretching? You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like, get a grip.
I bet they couldn't fucking lift that drawer without slipping a disc.
True. Wait, come on now. You probably come on, girl. Hang on now. For the viewers at home, don't lift drawers.
No.
Use your
back.
knees.
It was so stupid. You know what it was?
Bad knees, babe.
So what am I to do? Now I got a bad back, bad knees. 31 hit me hard.
Damn.
It's hitting everyone hard though.
It's the year of the fire
Trash.
horse.
And you know what? They said that the first part of the year of the fire horse is actually still the shedding of the snake.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
It doesn't start till like February.
yeah,
It does not till the year
Literally
doesn't start till
spring. Spring, baby. Anyway, so that's the cool stuff that happened, is that I got the tattoo.
You need to make a flash sheet.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I could do a flash sheet. I think the Instagram thing makes sense.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then you have one of your highlights as flash available.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
And then you need to like have pictures of the tattoos you've done.
Yeah,
Post those first.
yeah, and I do have them. So,
You're
everybody.
not doing color yet.
The daughter got brown, which is dope. Also,
But you're not like
doing colorful things.
Yeah.
No, I have
You'll get there.
white, brown, and black. I don't know that I want to get there. I don't know that I want that to be my style, but maybe.
mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm down to play around
It would
with
definitely
anything.
open up your options.
Yeah.
For, like when people walk in and they're like, I want this flower, but I want the petals red or
People
whatever.
walk into my apartment,
Your shop,
my shop that I'm licensed at,
obviously.
uh,
With the Ghoulbean studio.
obviously the Ghoulbeanery,
Yeah.
the studio in the back. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That's
Studio in the
in the-
back and there's just like an espresso machine back there.
Yeah,
Get it all done in one.
yeah, and then they can stay upstairs because it's the Airbnb and Bean.
Airbnb. Yeah. Creaky house music.
Yeah,
That one is doing so well.
I know.
I don't think inexplicable, by the way.
Is that the moaning in my headphones?
No.
the Ghoulbeanery.
Yeah.
That one does really well. The moaning in my headphones is also doing really well.
That's probably we're looking for something else.
They're
their
looking
hopes up.
for Technical Erections new album.
Oh my god.
The coffee is really good. We already did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
It's
good.
still hitting.
Oh man, I almost just spit it all out.
No, I'll save it for the next one.
Okay, great. Let's.
It's a local lore. We didn't say that.
That's what I was trying to pantomime. I'm like, get this roll.
You should have been like, give me 2 L's.
I'm the iCarly like.
Ooh, that's not that.
That was Zoe 101.
I iCarly was a little after my time,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I'd watch it and be like, oh, this kid's show.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm 16
Was it even 16?
when it was out.
Yeah. Were we that old?
We were old. Girl, Hannah Montana was still out.
That's true, because Drake and Josh is when we were like young.
yeah, middle school vibes.
Middle school? I don't remember time well.
No, well, we talked about this.
Did we?
So often. So often.
We did Missouri.
Missouri, and while we were figuring out who's gonna do what, I was looking and I was like, I found, if you're in Missouri, you'll know there's like a mansion that's very famously like on a hill, super haunted. I was like, no, Kelly's gonna do that one because Kelly likes to do homes, and I feel like I do homes a lot too, but you like to find houses. I think because of your streak with finding businesses, and we're not gonna mention his name.
We are.
Are we?
No, could you imagine? What would you have done if I would have done that? So Cause that's so funny. Cause yeah, I literally, so what Tamara picked, I was like, oh well, she's gonna do that. So let me look at this, and it was a house, not the house that she thought it was. That wasn't a mansion. I wasn't going big, and it was great. There was a literal dedicated page of people who stayed at this place and had ghost experiences. You guys will never know it because Al Capone
That rat fuck.
He was there.
And then I was like, I actually hate him at this point. At this point in Ghoul Beans, like, I cannot fucking stand alcohol.
And I felt like I was torn. I was really conflicted.
Torn?
Because I was like, I feel like I have to do it. Just because I can feel the hatred growing stronger, and I feel like it's so funny.
Seriously, like, I said, I mean, he had to have held auditions for body doubles. Because there's no way you were everywhere at once.
No. Anyway, I didn't pick that.
Thank God.
Do you want me to go first? We did Missouri. We already said that. It takes like 20 minutes for the medicine to get kick in.
Let me go first.
Oh,
I feel like you're better than mine.
Are you That's never the case.
No,
I can always switch it in recording.
Switch it in post. Okay, so I did the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Ba 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 ba.
You can go there too if you'd like. $30. You get a 2-hour tour.
We can go there too. Let us know if you want us to at ghoulebeanspodcast@gmail.com.
Jefferson City, Missouri, sits quietly on the banks of the Missouri River. But overlooking the capital is a fortress of limestone that served as a place of law, order, and for over a century, unimaginable suffering.
Oh, man.
This facility, the Missouri State Penitentiary, predates the state's own constitution.
Oh my God. States have constitutions? I'm going to cut that out. We're good.
Leave that in. It was built in 1836, and it was carved out of the local limestone by the very hands of the men it would eventually cage.
Oh my God.
The men, and it's kind of like the men building it are the ones who eventually would live there.
Right. Because the prison systems are modern day slavery, so we already know that though. Also, limestone, which we also know, conducts a lot of ghostly energy.
I didn't know that.
What?
It's because it's wet.
Yeah, and something about that mineral, like, it's usually, like, conducts, like, a ton of energy.
I think maybe my entire basement in childhood was made of limestone.
You know what? That makes sense. Oh, yeah, because you were right by the river.
Yeah, but I was in between two lakes.
Shit, boy.
For much of its history, the prison was severely overcrowded. Cells built to hold one person often held 2 or 3, and in the summer, temperatures in the stone and concrete walls would climb dangerously high. In the winter, the cold settled and stayed. Inmates lived under constant surveillance, control, and harsh discipline. Executions were part of life at the penitentiary. In its early years, prisoners were hanged on the grounds, and then later, the prison adopted the gas chamber. A chair bolted to the floor inside a sealed room where inmates were executed using lethal gas.
What the fuck?
Dude, I know.
I didn't know that was part of, like, our prison system's, like, death penalties.
Bitch, we were the lawless land for the longest.
Aren't we still?
The gas chamber would remain in use well into the 20th century, and today it stands as one of the most unsettling rooms still preserved inside the prison. Violence was common, not only between inmates, but as a result of the system itself. Riots, stabbings, assaults, and long stretches of isolation shaped daily life behind the walls. The prison gained a national reputation as one of the most dangerous in the country.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw something that said it was dubbed, like, the bloodiest 40-something acres in America.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, pause. Everybody, I know you guys don't listen to the beginning or the end of our podcast. Write in and tell us your ghost stories at ghoulebeanspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if you've been here. Let us know if you saw any ghosts. Comment. Rate us.
They just want the ghouls.
Yeah, they don't care about the beans, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to get to know us on a personal level. It's rude, but it's fine. But, like, help us with the ghost stories.
Come on now.
Yeah, and comment and rate on Spotify and YouTube and all that shit. Come on. Love us, at least a little bit. You're listening.
We're begging.
And we're begging. If I was on the floor, I'd be on my knees. Okay. You go.
Except your back won't let you.
I can't. My knees and my back, baby. I hadn't stretched. I'd be out of commission.
The tension of such extreme overcrowding eventually exploded into the Great Riot of 1945, the bloodiest event in the prison's history. On the evening of September 22nd, 2 inmates feigned illness to lure and overpower guards. stealing their keys and releasing hundreds of prisoners. By midnight, nearly 2,500 rioters were loose, setting fire to the prison shops and turning the yard into a battlefield. Law enforcement from across Missouri, including the National Guard, surrounded the perimeter to prevent a mass breakout. When the 18 heavily armed officers finally stormed the cell blocks the following morning, they were met with a landscape of destruction. Broken windows, 4 inches of standing water, and thick smoke. The aftermath revealed 4 dead inmates, including a quote-unquote snitch, who was tortured and bludgeoned to death with a sledgehammer.
Oh my god. How'd they get a sledgehammer?
Well,
They're building the prison.
Right. By the late 20th century, conditions had become impossible to ignore. Lawsuits, public scrutiny, and changing views on incarceration eventually led to the prison's closure in 2004. It was open until 2004.
Oh my god.
I thought that when I was doing this, I was like, it was torn down in 2004.
Damn.
Though the prison finally closed, the legacy of its 40 executions, 39 by cyanide, and 1 by lethal injection, remains etched into the very stone of the facility. When it shut down, thousands of men had passed through its cells, many leaving nothing but records, rumors, and unresolved stories. And today it stands preserved as a historic site. Like I said, you can tour it for $30. And everybody loved it, by the way, on TripAdvisor.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it. They were like, it's amazing. It's so worth it. Like,
we should go.
Yeah, I know. I think we should go. And plus, Missouri, like St. Louis, girl, haunted.
Yeah.
rooms.
Yeah.
Some notable inmates. Charles Arthur Pretty Boy Floyd. In 1925, before he became public enemy number 1, known for daring bank robberies and the bloody Kansas City Massacre, Floyd was just another face in Jefferson City. He served time here for payroll robbery, a precursor to a life of crime that would eventually end in a hail of bullets from federal agents. Blanche Barrow. While the world remembers Bonnie and Clyde, Blanche Barrow, the wife of Buck Barrow, was a key member of the gang. Captured in 1933 after a shootout, she was sentenced to 10 years at penitentiary for assault with intent to kill. Remarkably, she was a model prisoner and was released 6 years later.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So men and women were in the prison then?
Yeah.
Damn.
James Earl Ray. Significantly less women, though.
Mm-hmm.
James Earl Ray. Perhaps the darkest shadow over the prison. In 1959, he was serving 20 years for burglary. In 1967, he executed a daring escape by hiding in a large bread box on a delivery truck. While he was a fugitive from this very prison, he traveled to Memphis and assassinated Martin Luther King Jr.
Damn.
This man escaped prison and killed him. Actually, I think didn't the CIA kill Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
But
yeah, blame it on someone.
yeah, so they blamed it on this guy. Maybe they hired him to do it. Maybe they freed him.
Yeah, they brought the bread in. And
There's no way this man hid in a bread box. Was he the size of a thimble?
yeah, I feel like I don't know the accurate size of a bread box, and I've been playing 20 questions wrong. If he could hide in it.
Right. Maybe I don't know what the fuck a bread box is.
I thought it was what sat on your counter and kept bread from.
Me
In
too.
the dark. I don't even know how it helps.
Yeah, you say hello to bread. You lift his
Good
little
morning.
door. It's the bread garage.
Yeah.
Over the years, staff members, tour guides, and visitors have reported strange and unsettling experiences throughout the prison, particularly in the oldest sections of the building. Of course.
Obviously.
Some describe sudden drops in temperature, even in sealed rooms.
Ew.
Imagine it's a completely concrete room and suddenly it drops like 10 degrees. I would be like, something's in here with me.
Especially if it's not like a gust of wind, you know? Right, but it's a sealed room. No, I'm with you. I
What would you
understand
do?
what's happening. What would I do? I would leave. I would cry.
I know. I always ask, what would you do? But it's always like, I would leave.
Why am I in there? Am I on a tour?
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, the temperature dropped.
Yeah, my hands would get sweaty for sure.
I would raise my hand and be like, hello? I have a question. No one else feels that?
I would slip my hand through the tour guides and be like, can we go?
Right. Hello.
Hi.
Goodbye.
I'd close the garage door to the...
Bread.
Yeah.
Others talk about feeling watched, followed, or unwelcome, as if they've intruded somewhere they shouldn't be. There are reports of disembodied voices, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and the sensation of being touched when no one's nearby. The gas chamber is frequently mentioned as one of the most emotionally intense locations. Visitors often report nausea, dizziness, anxiety, and the overwhelming sense of dread upon entering the room. Some are unable to sit in the execution chair at all, describing an invisible resistance or deep instinct to leave.
Okay, would you sit in the chair? I feel like that's
No,
so
you're begging for it.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who listen to this are like, well, obviously, like, they're gonna go ghost hunting. You know what I mean?
For sure. Well, and because we have.
Hunt?
We did it at the... Remember we were asking...
Potato Creek.
Yeah. No. Well, we did.
Well, yeah.
But also at the asylum. Well, not the asylum, but the...
Bartonville?
Yeah.
It is Bartonville Asylum.
Asylum feels wrong because it felt
Hospital.
like a... Yeah.
Bartonville Hospital.
But it was asylum.
Right.
But...
And we also did it at the bridge.
Yeah.
That one was actually so scary.
That was. There's an
Bloomingdale
app
Bridge.
that we need to download called Ghost Tube. No, I'm telling
Papa?
you. Papa?
That's what I said last time you mentioned it. Do you remember? I was like, help me, Papa.
If it's going to say, if I download it right now and said, help me, Papa, you'd pee your pants. You whiz your little willies.
It's not going to say help me, Papa.
But what if it did?
I need to see the app.
We'll download it.
Yeah.
Let's test it out.
Hokey pokey?
We'll test it out.
Okay. Whether these experiences are psychological responses or to a dark history or something harder to explain depends on who you ask. But the consistency of where these stories occur, the stairwells, the cell blocks, the execution areas, has kept the prison firmly embedded in the conversations about what places are haunted in America. So this is a visitor experience on Reddit. Reddit user Tori J 20,000. When I was 16, my class and I took a trip to the Missouri State Penitentiary in Jefferson City. We were traveling as a...
Hello? Now that's a field trip I want to go on.
It was probably a history thing in the daytime.
Oh.
It's not like it. Everybody at night,
We
meet me at the penitentiary.
That's not a field trip I want to go
Right.
on.
I was like, no, girl, you don't want to go on that. We were traveling as a group from our AP government class, and I was with friends.
What? I love when you read it for the first time on here, and you're like, this is actually crazy.
Yeah, well, the grammar sometimes.
No, I understand.
Okay, we were traveling as a group from our AP government class, and I was with friends in the old jail.
Mm-hmm.
Heard. While we were there, they had us walk up to the different levels of the building where all the cells were. They would sound an alarm, have all the cell doors close, and then everyone would walk back down a few flights of stairs. As I was walking down the stairs, I suddenly felt what seemed like 5 separate fingers touched my lower back, almost my butt.
Ooh, creep.
So disgusting. My friends were behind me, and we would mess around and tease each other every once in a while, so I assumed they were joking with me. I turned around to look at them and said, "Hey, you guys, why did you grab me?" But they were a full flight and a half of steps above me.
Ew.
There was no way for them to rush down, grab me, and run all the way back up the stairs without making any noise. My other friend was in front of me, and he raised his hands and said, "I didn't do anything." Obviously, he couldn't have reached around me. To this day, I still don't know what grabbed me. All I know is that for the rest of the tour, it felt like someone was watching me. When we reached the gas chamber, I couldn't sit in the chair. It felt as if something was holding me back. There was no way I was going to be able to sit. Eventually, I had to leave early before everyone else because I felt like I was going to vomit. I've tried to explain what happened that day for years and still have no idea what caused it. And all I know is that ghost wanted to be really friendly and didn't like that gas chamber. So after the gas chamber is when that happened. And then that's everything.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, that's actually the only. Everything else was video that I found of like people's personal encounters, which I think a lot of people pay that $30 to go like bust some ghosts.
Yeah.
Which fair.
We're gonna.
For sure. I would love to do it.
No, that'd be a lot of fun.
We could take the train down there.
That'd be so much fun.
Right?
No, I'm just like thinking about going and just being scared.
Have you seen it?
No.
I'll have to show you a picture.
Here it is.
Fuck. Right.
Ooh. It looks kind of like a mansion almost in that picture.
Well, if it's that old,
I don't know, actually.
You can walk on
I don't know if I can go. That
so something else I was gonna say.
Unsold me.
Outside. Oh yeah, girl, it's completely dilapidated. On the outside, you can literally walk down death row.
No.
Whereas they would release from their cells and walk down to be executed.
I don't know, man. That's scary as fuck. Like, I feel like no matter what, like, obviously I believe there are ghosts there, but like, even if there weren't ghosts there, that kind of place holds energy. You know what I mean?
I completely agree. I don't know that, like, I don't know that if you can completely deny energy. You can definitely deny ghosts.
Right.
Yeah. You can, like, go in there. That's daytime.
Damn. That's crazy.
Imagine at night.
Do they have night tours?
I think they're, like, all at night.
Oof, duh. Duh. I don't know, man. I don't know if we are going. I don't know if I'm bringing Ghost Tube into there.
Girl, is that what the fuck it's called?
Yeah, I've said the name plenty of times.
You've never said it.
No?
No! You said there's an app. You've never said the name
of it. Are you sure? I could have sworn I said the app just a couple seconds ago. Well, minutes now. Kelly, if you did, post it into there. But if not, where are you at, girl? There's an app that we need to download called Ghost Tube.
Standing in front of it.
Why is it green on the inside?
I think maybe that's the glass.
Damn, I don't know, man.
You know what? Okay. Stuff like that imagery of a big building at night.
Yeah.
I do feel like that's a really scary, like, image. I know people are probably like, well, it's corny, but I really do feel like...
Oh, I think that is.
Right?
I wonder what that fear is called. Not fear, but you know how...
No, phobia.
Yeah.
It is for sure. Like, for example, if you're a longtime fan of the pod, we went to Cuba Road, our first scary episode. That was an inexplicable thing. We went twice on the pod already. We like revisited Cuba Road.
Yeah.
And that first time we did see that building behind the cemetery.
Did we? I didn't. You saw that house, the farmhouse.
That was the second time with the light on.
The asylum?
It wasn't an asylum. It's like the posts. We 100% did if we listened to the episode. There are cement.
Right. Well, people like don't even know if that's really there or not, right?
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
I'm not trying to, I promise.
Okay, we'll do some research. Yeah, between the episodes we'll look at it, but like...
I didn't get out of the car. You and Matt did.
I did not get out of the car.
I know Matt did. Was it loose?
Nobody got out of the car. Nobody got out of the car?
Girl, what?
Kelly, nobody got out of the car. Girl, what? We saw people walking.
Girl, what?
No, we saw like those white teenagers, not like ghost teenagers, but like, yeah, these like white kids. We're like, oh, they're doing the same shit we are.
Yeah. They were in the cemetery. Yeah, but the cemetery.
We've been in the cemetery.
What do you mean? We never went into the cemetery.
Yes, we did. We went in the cemetery in the daytime.
What?
Yeah.
When?
I don't remember. It wasn't super cold out. I would have remembered if it was freezing, but it wasn't.
We're gonna have to get back to you guys because I don't remember.
All that to say, I do feel like there's no street lights. It's a historical type town, and then in the blue sky, a black mass is blocking out part of the It is scary.
No, that's super scary.
And I feel like just looking at those pictures, look up a picture of the Missouri State Penitentiary. You can tell.
Yeah.
There's evil afoot in there.
There is evil afoot.
And how many people were put there when they were really mentally ill?
Truly. And like, okay, I think prisons, asylums, penitentiaries, like, there is evil there because I'm sure bad people were there, right? Like, the prison systems are bad, but like, there's bad people going there. But also the people that run it are bad, and the people that, like, it's just not all the people. But you know what I mean? Like, the evil is in and around it. It's not
an accumulation.
Yeah, it's not just like the residue from people who were murdered there, who were on death row, or who built it, but it's also the people who were like running it, the people who enjoyed killing people like by cyanide. Like, it's a bunch of badness all in one spot.
Of course, there's gonna be people who are like, I was doing a job,
right?
But so like the history shows, like,
right. You can't hide behind that,
right?
Like, everyone's got a choice to not do that job.
A gas chamber,
right? And like, yeah, and
then,
some people like loved it. And
then the psychological torture of keeping it open to 2004, like you're a prisoner in 2000, and then like, there was a gas chamber in here, like
I mean, were they not using it?
No, you can't. No. Well,
I don't know. Missouri's death penalty. Like, some states still have it.
I'm sure they still have the death penalty. Pause for research. And coffee, maybe.
Pause for research. I'll take this time right now to say, if you have any ghost stories, please send them in to ghoulebeanspodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear it. Did you go on a scary ghost tour? Did you download GhostTube? Did it
Are you from Missouri?
give you results? Are you from Missouri? Did you work in a prison?
You can be gassed.
Yeah.
Missouri has the death penalty using lethal injection or gas, primarily for first-degree murder.
Still gassed? That feels so fucked up.
The state has executed over 100 people since its reinstatement in the 1880s, with executions occurring at Eastern Reception Diagnostic Correctional Center in Bonterra. And yep.
Damn.
Yep. How many people died and were innocent?
So many, I'm sure. And like, what were the death penalty like parameters back then?
Sleeping with a white woman.
Literally.
Looking at one. Somebody claimed that you did it.
Literally, someone claimed it. So,
that's the Missouri State Penitentiary.
That was a good one.
I think that one was somewhere like, that's a good one for whenever we go.
Oh, yeah.
We can be like, well, we already know the history, so.
And then get like attacked by a ghost. We should put it in our little matrix on our Ghoul Beans worksheet. Mm-hmm. I visited it for the first time today.
You went back?
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
And I put in like a location that we could go visit. The one that he who shall not be named visited.
Where did he visit?
It was like, it was a house, but now you can like spend the night there.
Yeah. Girl, you know what? This actually happened to me not too recently. I mean, not too long ago. I was at, I was like looking up haunted shit that we could go to that's like pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Galena?
Yeah.
Lake Geneva. He's been everywhere.
Oh, you're saying
there was haunted shit there, and then it was like
him.
And then did you know?
And just for a fun little treat for you.
If you guys, the other thing is like ghost tours. It's turning into a bitching hour. One thing that they do that I can't fuck with is around here, they'll tell you a story about like a conniving trickster man who did this, and this, and at the end be like, and that man was Al Capone.
And you probably never would have guessed. It does suck. And it's like, I'm not gonna victim blame, but like, we did decide to do a Midwest podcast.
I know. That was and from Jump. You can hear in the beginning of when we started this podcast the episodes where we're like, and so many things had Al Capone in them. That was crazy. That's so annoying. That's probably gonna happen.
Find a place
because we were in Chicago, so that's gonna happen all the time. And then like a couple episodes later, be like, so Al Capone was here.
I feel like you can hear the fear in my voice the more I'm like, and now I gotta mention someone.
I know. We need to rename him or something.
We have to find a good nickname.
Maybe we should just do an Alka podcast one day. Get it all out the fucking way.
What do you mean? It's so many places, and it would really tear down a lot of our content.
It would be like 3 parts.
Yeah. Anyway, any hoozle. That was a good one. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's
fuck
go
it.
there. Let's just go there. Let's be crazy. I did the Screaming House in Union, Missouri. This is a tale about a house, which Tamara did guess that I would do. Let me take you back to 2001. Stephen LaChance, a single father of 3, 2 boys and a girl, moved to the town of Union, about 50 miles south of St. Louis, and were desperately looking for a rental home.
Can you show me Union on a map?
I would love to.
Damn, Missouri big.
Missouri is big. And it's like kind of southwest. It's not quite south. That's not bad. I wasn't prepared to look at a map.
No, and it's fine. That's my fault.
After answering a ton of newspaper ads, he got a call one night from a woman about a house on 809, well not on, but at 809 North Christina Avenue, Union, Missouri. Him and his daughter go to the open house the following Sunday and are surprised by how nice the house is. It's a large white house, and inside there is original woodwork and cherubs around the top of the walls around the living room. It has 2 floors with 3 bedrooms and a large family kitchen with a mud room that led to the back door. The upstairs bedroom had a breezeway that could be accessed from all rooms. The basement had an old butcher's shower and a fruit cellar. The price was incredible for the amount of house they were getting, and they immediately got an application from the landlady and filled it out. A lot of people were at this open house, and when he handed back the application, the landlady asked him, "You understand the responsibility of living in an old house like this?" And he responded, assuming she was talking about house upkeep, "Oh yes, I understand. It's beautiful." She quickly responded, "Well then, I will get back to you." Please.
Definitely haunted.
I feel like that's such a red flag. Like, I'm
Yeah.
about to try and rent a house in the next couple months, and I'm like, how do I ask my realtor to tell me if it's haunted? And not, like, get them to be like, no, because ghosts aren't real, because I want a real answer. But this lady handed it out for free, I feel.
Yeah, you gotta be like, so I need you to tell me if the vibes are haunted vibes.
Right. I need someone who's going to catch my vibe.
Yeah.
And then
Because if
tell
I
me
go
those
there and after your description of it and it's fucking haunted.
Around, like, March, I'm going to need you to be pretty willing to come out and see, like, a rental house.
Yeah, for real.
Because I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to ask them if it's haunted and whatever they say. And then I'm going to be like, can I come back, like, this weekend? And you're going to come up and we're going to go look at it.
Or give me the address and I'm gonna Google Earth that hoe,
please,
through the timeline.
Yes. Oh, see, everyone needs to find a friend like Tamara because you will be safe.
I'm gonna be like, oh, so they used to bury people back there.
I actually looking at a picture of someone burying a body. He noted that she was strange, and when showing the house to people, she treated it almost as if it were a museum instead of a house. It didn't feel like a tour to rent, but rather looking at artifacts. A week later, the woman calls and lets Stephen know that she had chose them to live in the old house, and he recalls her being overly excited about this news. That Friday was the beginning of Memorial Day weekend, and the day they moved into the house. And as he and his daughter were unloading some of the last things from the moving truck, a car slowed to a crawl in front of the house, and someone called from the car and said, "Hope you get along okay here," before speeding away.
No.
So now you've been warned twice.
Yeah. Okay, no. The way we would have been, like, let's say we were a lesbian couple.
Mm-hmm.
The way we would have been unloading boxes, and I would have been like, put them back in, babe. Put them back in.
Which one
What
of
the
us has to
fuck
go
do
get
you
the ones that
mean?
are in the house?
What did you have in there? Anything that you need?
Yeah, because I'm ready to leave now,
The
actually.
way I would have actually, like, we would have had to open up all the windows from the outside as much as possible. Like, I actually need to have as much sunlight pouring in here as I take all my shit back out.
Literally.
Why the fuck do you mean I'm a random man on 809 Christina Road?
Right.
Pulls up in the front and goes, hope you guys get along okay out here.
And speeds away. They don't even want to stop the car.
Do I have neighbors even?
There's a neighborhood. It's a neighborhood.
It's coming.
Yeah. The first night they spent in the house was quiet. Stephen noticed in the morning that each of the house's interior doors had one of those old-fashioned hook locks on the outside of them. Like, not on the inside where you would lock it like a normal door, but on the outside. He thought it was strange, but didn't make anything of it and didn't bring it up to the kids.
That one, I would be like, that is weird. But I wouldn't, like, the one punch in the shower that you guys will never hear about.
It was such a good debate. A good question. A good poll, even. Yeah, that I wouldn't, but after the other thing, after the landlady.
I was just saying that. I'm like, that, I would be like, doing something, you'd be like, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
And I would be like, the lock's on the other side. There's no lock on the.
For sure. And you'd have to, I know exactly in that situation, I'd be like, well, that.
Well, maybe that room was used for something like this.
It was on all the doors, though.
No, and I hear you.
Yeah. It depends on who I'm with, right?
Yeah. If you're with Matt.
I would be the one freaking out. And so that I'd be like, no, this is fucked. We're leaving.
Like, no, look, dude. Like,
he'd be like,
these off.
No. It's an old house. Like, maybe it's for, like, storms. And now we know Mariel would do the same.
Yeah. Actually,
what?
No.
What were we talking about?
In this scenario, Mariel would be the one to be like,
freaking.
Yeah, and I would be the one to have to control the situation.
Yeah.
Which I hate that they put me in those scenarios all the time.
Yeah.
But also, they deserve to be baby, every now and then.
Fair.
So I'll be like, I would be doing the one being like, okay, well, this house was built in this time. They had this type of thing going on. We're in St. Louis. I hope that there was no fucking slaves in here.
Right.
Like
there were. I'm not gonna get into like the story.
Is that why the locks are on the outside?
No. The house was built like after that.
Okay, wait.
Yeah. It's not that old. It was built in the 60s.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope that in this home.
Yeah. No one in the home.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to try to start to explain it away. However, we wouldn't get to this point because I would not. You see what I mean?
For sure.
Like, yeah.
100%. Yeah. That's so funny.
In a world where I still allowed us to go inside after the man said something in his car, now I'm also going. Actually, no, I still can't even imagine.
No. After someone did that, because I think I would clock the landlady, like, saying that. If they or Matt, like, did... Let's say they and he, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna have to put it in the jar.
If these two,
if they
are partners, we're together in the house.
No.
Big happy family. Who cares?
Do you know how cheap I got this? I love it. I never have to worry about a door opening because of the wind.
Mm-hmm. And there's someone else in here. But he's chill.
Yeah. Oh, that man in the corner?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like loud or anything.
Right. He likes to hide my shoes. He screams in my face when I'm sleeping. Like, we worked it out.
He doesn't interrupt my jump squats, so.
Or my chain mailing.
Or my change falling on the bottom of my pocket. Gosh dang it. No, 100% I would. And I would never forgive my partner, like anyone's partner, for not telling them that the landlady said, you know what it takes to live in a house this old. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was like, oh my god, these locks are weird, like I'm freaking
time.
out, and he's like, the landlady said something weird before we rented this.
My head would turn like The Exorcist, trying to be like, and what the fuck did she say?
Before we put our goddamn cash down.
And it's first of all, a woman told you that?
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to warn you, bro.
Yeah.
It would have been a huge fight.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be a huge fight.
It would be a huge fight in the car on the way to the hotel that we now live at.
Yeah. That all of our shit is at now.
Yeah. Okay, kids. The kids were playing on the front porch, and Stephen went to go hang up a large picture of 2 angels in the living room. His daughter suggested that it would complement the cherubs in the room. He hung the picture up and turned to walk away. Just then, a large crash behind him. He turns to see the picture on the floor. He goes back and hangs it up, and as he walks away, another crash. He turns to find it on the floor once again. So, like, twice is enough. Twice is enough to be like, something weird has happened.
Once, I didn't put this up properly.
Right.
Twice?
You'd put it up again, you think? You'd put it up and you're like...
I wouldn't put it up a third time. I would be like, it's okay, it's not meant to be on this wall.
Right.
But also, I think somebody's trying to escape my body right now. Did you hear it?
I did.
I think in this scenario, I wouldn't assume... That's fair. Because there's cherubs on the wall.
Cherubs scare me.
Me too.
I see cherubs and I don't feel safe.
But it's still religious imagery, yeah. So imagery. So I would still be like, oh, okay, well, it's not forbidden in the home.
That's
the
fair.
The demon's okay with them.
Right. Yeah. That's fair. When he hung it up the third time and walked away, he says he felt a rush of air and something hit the back of his ankles. He turns and sees the picture lying at his feet. This would personally scare the shit out of me, but being a man, I assume he was more determined than ever to hang the picture. He hung it for a 4th time.
You're trying to assert dominance in a way. This thing is not even operating in the same fucking dimension as you.
Right. And as he did it, he loudly said, "Stay there, damn it." And then he said he started laughing because who was he talking to? And it's like, you obviously know something. Okay, it fell on the ground. It didn't stay there properly. You put it back up. It fell on the ground again. It's like, maybe it's really not on there. Like, maybe truly.
I'm looking at the back of the picture.
Literally, I'm looking at the nail.
I'm knocking. You know?
Yeah.
It's a bad wall.
This isn't a picture hanging wall.
Oh, yeah, I would start to go like, oh shit, we're not going to be able to hang anything here.
Yeah. It hit the back, like it flew at you.
Yeah. It was like,
there's nothing you can say in this world that explains that. Oh, it hit the ground and hit it at the right angle. It just shot at me. That happens all the time.
Oh my god. A plate fell out of our cabinet.
What? You know, before you said that, I got full body chills. I feel like I felt it coming, like, to your brain.
It did come to my brain like that. Literally, not last night, but the night before, I think. I opened the cabinet. I literally got these brand new plates. Girl, found this. We were at Goodwill, a random little rinky-dink Goodwill in Wisconsin, which is the best Goodwills to go to, because nobody's looking for the same shit. Yeah, so I got literally like $100 worth of shit. Found a Pier 1 set of 4 like salad plates. They're like destination plates, whatever. So proud of them. They're going for like $70 on eBay right now.
Damn,
didn't even know.
That's so
brought them
cool.
home. Didn't even know. And I opened the cabinet, and one of those plates, like, fell out. It was crazy. That's never happened. And I don't think it's the plates.
Right.
That's obviously my apartment.
Right.
But, and you know what? Actually, now that I'm talking about it, we've been moving shit around, putting up new shelves, like reorganizing everything, moving everything out, situating.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of probably rustled something up a little bit.
Damn. That's terrifying. Hopefully it calms down or does something cool for a story.
Right. I know. I was like, all right.
Got something to say, I guess. Okay. Just as he says, like, stay there, damn it, and he's laughing to himself, because why is he talking to the air? Just then, his daughter yells to him, "Dad, come see this." And as he reaches the porch, she says, "Sit down and watch this," excitedly to him. Just as he asked, "Watch what?" his daughter pointed to an old man walking down the sidewalk towards their house. When the man reached the property line, he quickly crossed the street to the other side of the road. His daughter told him that they don't like walking in front of our house, and isn't that weird? And he watched for 3 hours as neighbors would cross the street to get away from the front of their house. He tried to wave hello a couple times, but they would just drop their head and walk faster. Trying to rationalize things, he just assumed that maybe the neighbors didn't take kindly to newcomers. That night, everything was quiet for the family.
I have no words.
I just feel like at this point you should already be well aware of what's going on.
I'm not even gonna. They don't want to look at my house. I'm not even willing to sleep in the car in front of my house. We're driving away.
We are.
I'd rather walk around all night in a fucking 24-hour Walgreens at this point.
Literally. Sunday, the family was doing yard work, and this is like happening, bing, bang, boom. Sunday, the family was doing yard work, and Stephen notices that the trees were shedding leaves as if it were fall. He took a mental note to mention it to the landlady, because remember, it's Memorial Day weekend. He had asked his youngest son to get the garden hose from the basement, and after a few moments, he heard him screaming from inside the house. Stephen ran in and found him standing in the kitchen, shaking and in a puddle of urine. When he asked what happened, his son said, "Something chased me up the basement steps." He asked him what had chased him, and he said, "I don't know, Daddy, but it was big." The other two children and Stephen checked the basement, but didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
My nipples.
The rest of the long weekend went by without incident.
One of the perils of parenthood. Mommy, something chased me up the steps.
And now you have to go check.
And you came in my room?
You brought it with you?
Yeah. I'd be like, go to your room. I'm not in a... No. Oh, what was it? It was a big black thing. It was big and dark.
Yeah.
Where were you? What were you doing?
Do you
Me victim blaming my kid right away.
Now?
So where is it now? And then now you have to sleep outside. Actually, I'm sleeping outside. You could stay in here.
Right. You come into mommy's bed. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. So you stay here. Make sure you don't turn the oven on.
I just don't want, I don't want to follow you.
Yeah. Or me.
Right.
Oh yeah, she purrs.
She purrs really loud. It's like a motorcycle. Like I can't fall asleep if she's on me. Oh, shit. Okay. It was the last week of school for the kids, and the family started to find that they would come home each day after school and work, that every light in the house was turned on. Stephen assumed it was the kids leaving the lights on in the morning. On Friday, he sent his boys to the car, and he went through the entire house with his daughter to ensure that all the lights were turned off. Sure enough, when they got home that evening, every single light was burning bright. Panicked, Stephen searches the entire house, assuming that someone had to be inside of it while they were out, but found nothing. Stephen, sweating from his panicked search, goes into the living room where his daughter had just called out that it was cold in there. As he walked into the living room, he felt the temperature drop easily 30 degrees. He said it was the first time he felt its presence. He described it as an electrical current running through his entire body, bringing tears to his eyes and bumps to his arms.
You selfish bitch. Everybody in the house is dealing with some shit. Everybody in the house is like, Papa, I'm scared. And you're like, get over it. And then when something happens to you, now I fucking hate that.
Yeah. Now it's serious.
Oh, now we no. And he comes up to his family. He's like, I think this place is haunted.
Guys.
And they jump him.
I don't know if you've noticed anything weird going on. Oh. The sensation passed quickly. I paused for water for you. The sensation passed quickly, leaving Stephen wondering what the hell it was. As it left, his daughter said it's getting warm in the room again, and sure enough, he watched as the temperature on the thermostat climbed. He had his children sleep with him that night. I will say in this story, it happens very quickly, and they like at least he responds by letting, Sunday night, the family was in the living room talking. Stephen had to take a trip the next day for his work, and he was talking to the kids about how they were going to stay at Grandma's. Stephen was facing the family room, and the kids were facing him. So, like, the family room is, or the living room is where, like, the front door is, like, by the porch. And so it goes, like, living room, family room, kitchen. So he's sitting, like, in the living room facing the family room, and they're, like, looking at him. So he can see, like, the rest of the house. Important to note for this next part. Out of the corner of his eye, he spots something moving in the kitchen doorway, leading to the family room. He noticed the dark figure of a man. It was solid in form, but the form was, as he described it, as if it were a churning, dark gray, black smoke or mist that was making up the form. He looked down, giving the real-world ghost rules of look back and it's gonna try, but unfortunately, when he looked back up, the figure was still standing there, and it started to move. The figure moved from the family room and paused in the center of the room. The form was still a churning mass of blackness.
Ugh.
He stood there for a moment and then melted into the air. Stephen decided that he had two choices. They could either run out of the house screaming like a family of crazy people, or they could calmly get up and quietly leave and to figure out what was happening. Either way, they were leaving. He said he put on his best and calmest daddy voice and told the kids, "Hey, we're gonna go get soda and go to your grandma's house." I know, saying daddy voice, I was upset, but his keys were luckily right on the coffee table in the living room, and they left. As he turned the key to lock the front door, a loud, painful scream of a man came from the inside of the house. It sounded as if he was screaming in pain, so loud that it could be heard throughout the neighborhood, and the dogs began to bark.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Literally.
That's why people weren't looking at you, bitch.
Right, they know what goes on.
The house screams.
Let's call the screaming house. They sprinted to the car. As they're driving away, his youngest son, in a terrified voice, says, "Daddy, the basement monster is standing in the upstairs window." He looked back, and there was the black form in the window watching them leave. He was panicked as they drove to his parents' house, but they knew they had to get out of the old white house. They spent the night at his parents' house and then he went on his business trip. By the time he came back, he had rationalized that they couldn't just move. Where would they go? All their money went into the move, so they returned to the house on Friday night. Saturday, they found some personal belongings appearing to be from different people in the shed of the backyard. He decided to call the landlady to get some more details about the house. He asked if anyone had ever mentioned anything to her about the place being haunted or seeing any ghosts. At first, the landlady said that she couldn't remember, but then that there was one female tenant who had claimed to see her dead father at night.
Oh. No, I don't really remember. There's just like this one. There's just like one girl.
Aww. He would like visit every night and like just try to possess her. But the old woman always thought she was crazy. The landlady said that the girl had left behind some of her stuff in the shed, but she couldn't get her to come pick it up. The other stuff in the shed evidently belonged to a man who had lived there but left in the middle of the night, leaving behind his things. But no, she had never heard of anyone talking about the house being haunted. He asked, how long ago did these people live here? And she said, or how long did these people live here for? And she said, not much more than a year, honey. Why do you ask? He left the conversation not understanding the situation any better and not feeling any less fears. Monday night, Stephen is on the phone with his mom, and he hears the inside doors all start to rattle.
Nightmare.
He listens closely, and he hears it again. His kids are all playing together in his room on the first floor, so he yells at them to stop goofing around. They rattled once again, only harder this time. He yelled at the kids to behave and stop playing tricks. They rattled again, even louder, and before he could yell to his kids, his daughter called out, "Daddy, I'm in here reading and my brothers are asleep." And so this whole story came from this man's first-hand account. He had posted online what everything had, so I had summarized it. This next part is like verbatim from this post that he has. Okay. So switching to first person. Now I will recreate what happens next to the best of my memory. Some of it I remember clearly, other parts are a blur to this day. Just as soon as I heard my daughter, the temperature in the entire house instantly dropped a good 30 degrees. With it came the feeling of that electrical charge running through my body. Its energy and a horrible stench that I cannot describe permeated the room. And then, literally, the screaming started. Softly at first, but building momentum. I yelled through the phone to my mother to help. We were getting out. Then the whole house began to shake and come alive. From the above, I could hear something large coming down the stairs. Boom, boom, boom. The screaming of the man over and over. The screaming of my daughter. Along with this came the thought that one of my 2 bedroom doors connected to the stairs. Boom, boom, boom. It was coming down those stairs. I had to get my children. The whole house was alive with noise. The floor beneath me was shaking, and as I approached the bedroom door, I felt something behind me, and I knew I didn't want to turn around to see it.
Oh, God.
There was more banging and more screaming. A new scream mixed into the man's scream, this one from a child. I made it to my bedroom door. It wouldn't open. By this time, I too am screaming, throwing myself against the door. It still wouldn't budge. I repeatedly threw myself against the door until it finally slammed open. My daughter was in shock at this point. I instructed my middle son to grab his brother, run out the front door, and head for the car. More banging, more screaming. My daughter wouldn't move, and I finally had to hit her. Finally responding, I grab her and head for the door as I hear the other bedroom doors slam open behind us. It was on our tail, and I knew I couldn't let it reach us. The whole house was still shaking alive with noise and something big on our heels. When we reached the front door and out onto the porch, I slammed the front door behind us. As we got into the car, I could still hear the noise from the house. I drove away and parked at the top of the street where I could still see the house and wait for my parents to arrive. We could see it searching through the house. Searching for us, its blackness moving from room to room methodically. That was our last night in the house. My children never returned, and I never went alone. When I returned to get a few things on several occasions, I went with other people. Everyone I brought into that house with me would also witness something happen. A scream, whispers, pounding from the floor above. It was not selective anymore at who let it hear it. I remember what the old lady said as I turned over the key, standing there, the whole side of my arm and torso still bruised from throwing myself against the bedroom door. She said, some people are meant to live in an old house like that, and some aren't. I never thought you were the old house type. And I guess she was right.
This is this woman's pet.
Literally.
She outsources sacrifices for it.
100%.
It gives, like, she's a minion of the devil.
Literally.
Like, recruiting. She thought you guys were weak enough. And honestly, you were. It works, low key.
Right. Like, if it's just beating off bad, your fear, like, you gave it that.
She's like, oh, no, nobody mentioned anything except, like, this one lady.
Except for this other guy who just, like, left his stuff and ran away and never came back. A little while after moving out of the house, a friend of Stephen sent him information on Captain John Thomas Crow. He lived on the property this house was on with his wife Minerva. This is where the slave part comes in. They had slaves. She had a relationship is not what you can call it because she's a white lady.
Power dynamic.
Yeah. But basically he found out and had everyone killed. And then like a lot of people killed. It doesn't say that he did, but you can see like where they're buried is like very close to the property, like 500 feet from the property line or something like that. And his like headstone, I wonder if I have a picture of it. His headstone is like, look at this. That's his headstone. That's hers. He killed her.
So for the people of the pod, the headstone that he has is very regal looking. It's not over the top, but it's definitely like somebody who could afford it. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's a tall Catholic style with a big like oval in the middle giving the description of who he was. Mm-hmm. Hers looks like a tooth, a slab next to him, a plank of concrete.
100%. So you know he killed her.
Yeah, he just like had her because he had to.
Right.
Oh God. That's horrible.
Yeah. The site
is so disgusting.
No, so disgusting. The site of the Screaming House is on top of where the slave quarters were during this time, and there were mass graves all over the town. And the official resting place, I already said this, of the captain is like very close.
So if Okay, then let's say, fuck the landlady, whatever. Let's say this is just like an amalgamation of all of these people screaming in rage and fear. Then you fucking deserved it.
Right.
I'm not mad at it.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, if it's this guy though, like,
that's different.
Yeah.
But if it's like the combined energy of all of these people who have been tragically, like, their lives were completely wasted.
100%.
Yeah.
Why are we building over this land? That's not the only terribleness that happened on this land. After, in 1974, or before this haunting, a replaying of a modern Lizzie Borden case took place. This is the history people's wording, not mine. Almost directly across the street from the screaming house, on the next street over, a woman killed her husband with an axe and then shot herself in the house. Another house across from the screaming house, a man killed himself in front of his young nephew with a gun. And a lot of women in this town have actually, like, died by suicide with a gun, like, just in the town. It's not normal, I would say. Like,
that's it. Women don't kill themselves by shooting.
Right, and, like, it's a lot for one town. So, all in all, there is plenty of reason for the screaming house to be haunted. It seems the land on and surrounding the house is just, like, got a lot of negative energy.
Something in the water over there.
Yeah. If you speak to some of the residents of the town who will talk about the hauntings, they will tell you that they get an awful feeling from the home, and some claim to even get physically ill when they are near it. Others will tell you that it's not just that house, and the entire neighborhood is haunted as well.
Haunted.
So I will say there is some drama. Like, I'm not done, but there is some drama, like, with the whole landlady thing, because she was actually, like, trying to go... I don't know if she was trying to go after him, but, like... There was
defamation?
There was, confrontation that she was just like, you're saying that this is haunted, like, it's not, and you're, like, crazy, and now you're, like, you're making my job hard, like, blah, blah, blah. But, like... Actually, other people, like, calling him obviously like a fake, but other people, like, came forward and was like, no, we told you it was haunted and you didn't believe us and you never told. Like,
I love shit like that.
Yeah,
that could be a movie.
Apparently a group of men live there and say it's definitely haunted. It's not an area of construction, so I'm not sure why you can't pull it up on Google Earth.
Try now.
Okay, you do it.
I will later.
Okay, I'm a mail carrier in Union, and this house used to be on my route. I always knew about the house, but didn't know where it was. Always felt extremely uneasy on that porch. Always felt watched.
Imagine going up to the porch.
So this story is so true, so terrifying and absolutely mind-blowing. Trust me when I say no one would falsely claim to have lived in this house that did not. Anyone that has lived there only stayed for a short period of time. They would just leave. Most moved out of Union, and some out of Franklin County altogether. Growing up there, this house was well known. We just never really talked about it. Never questioned the fact that people continuously moved in and out. Halloween, for the most part, I can say everyone avoided that part of Christina. The house is still there. I don't know if anyone lives in it now or not, but I doubt seriously anyone that lives would be out of their damn mind to set foot in the yard, let alone even attempt to verify any presence. Let me tell you, it's real. The house screams. The house has very unrested spirits that, 1, have not been buried properly in the first place, 2, relocated graves. Graves were dug up and piled in one mass grave. Mothers with their infants buried with them, children, lots of children. Finding out the details of the dark entity that I had been reported to have been seeing by people... Finding out the details of the dark entity that has been reported to have been seen by people passing by and by past residents searching endlessly from room to room would definitely be the key to the evil. So sorry. A year after Stephen and his family, him and, like, people around, like, have seen police going up there all the time to, like, go to families who have run out in their pajamas in the middle of the night. 3 years later, when this story came out, is when he posted this online. You can read his story, an account on legendsofamerica.com in 2004 is when he posted it. And since then, he actually wrote a book about what happened, as well as he has lived an interesting life. So I think he got a lot of recognition for that post. And he started a paranormal investigation group, because he found out through friends or paranormal contacts that someone who was living in the house after he had been in there was really struggling. And so this is all like in his book. So he decided to start a paranormal group to like help her, because no one was helping her. And she was experiencing breathing close by her while no one was around, footsteps from the floor above, whispers being watched, doors and windows opening, lights on, objects move on their own. The gutters caught fire. The transformer in front of the house would blow up every couple of months. Their cat was found like very brutally murdered, basically. Like, yeah. And then the police were called to the house in the middle of the night, claiming they had gotten a call, like a suicide call from that location, and she was the only one home that night, and she did not call. Yeah. So like a lot of bad stuff happened to her. She really was
female suicide again.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. So like psychologically she was not doing well. The book I hear is, it details like the stuff, but it also kind of comes off like he's a savior in it. So like I think my stance is, I do believe that this house is very haunted, and I do believe he did experience these things. I just think that like as a person who is so invested in it, and so like maybe he loves to tell a story, I think maybe he just like flares on the dramatic. Yeah. But I mean, based off of honestly even reading the comments under that one post, like I really believe that this place is fully deep in the dark energy.
I think it's the hub for Union, and probably all of Union is haunted.
Yeah. And good to point out, just like for people who don't believe it and stuff, like him and his kids still have like a good relationship. He said that they each approach it kind of differently. One's very scientific about it, one's very religious about it, and the other one is very like paranormally like but none of them have denied that any of that stuff ever happened.
Good.
Yeah. Same with his parents. So that is the Screaming House of Union, Missouri.
Have you ever been there?
Would you ever go?
Write into ghoulebeanspodcast@gmail.com, or DM us on Instagram, or message us on TikTok.
Yeah, we're on TikTok.
We're on TikTok.
We'll be on it more. Yeah, we're gonna.
And it would get me more inclined to post there if any of you interacted with any of our shit on TikTok. So
do it.
Let's get that going.
Let's get it going.
That was horrifying. If we're ever in St. Louis, we'll drive by.
I'm scared though.
We'll drive by.
I'm more scared of that than like the penitentiary. Well, no, because
you love saying penitentiary.
I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna drive by it and look at it from my peripherals. I'm not gonna look straight at it.
I feel like I don't even want to be in Union. Well, we'll see what happens in the future, but I feel proud. Tamara was scared of my story.
So scared. You got scared of your own story.
That was spooky.
That's the best though.
It was a good one. I would not live there. We would have never found ourselves in that situation, because that landlady said everything you needed to know.
Well, thanks for joining.
And spilling the ghoul beans.
Went down instead of up.